Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning back into Miranda Mumbles. So this topic comes from one of my Instagram followers, and he wanted to know what was my journey to starting PWAP. Princesses with a Purpose is a nonprofit organization dedicated to changing children's lives through hope and encouragement and a little bit of magic. So I started PWAP when I was 19 years old. I had just graduated high school and I had decided not to go to college in New York City, which is where I thought I was going to go to school, and I thought I was going to do musical theater. And as it turns out, it ended up not being the dream that I thought I wanted. My mom has always joked that I would grow up and become a professional volunteer, and that's pretty much what I grew up and did. I wanted to share a piece of magic with everyone. When I started the organization, I had no idea the amazing direction that it would take. I didn't know where I was really going to go with it. I just started. If you had told me that this was going to be national and that there would be people all over the country who wanted to do this with me, I would have probably looked at you and said, "What?" But I often have people ask me how to start a nonprofit organization and how I got started, especially being so young. Did a lot of research and came across LegalZoom. Now, let me just go ahead and say this is not an advertisement for LegalZoom whatsoever at all. I have no affiliation with them. They are not paying me to do this. If anything, I pay them. This is just who I personally used. So I went through LegalZoom and I did all of the legal stuff and did all of the IRS and tax forms and all of that fun stuff. And then they sent me this big giant booklet that pretty much gave me all the information about my organization, and they're the people who incorporated me, which basically means that I'm real and I'm not doing anything like shady or under the table. Don't do that. Do what you need to do and pay the government to be real. It's worth it. But I got a notebook when I joined LegalZoom that basically made me incorporated. I guess it's my incorporation notebook, my official notebook. Forgot to bring it with me. I'll post a picture of what this thing looks like. This is what I'm talking about. But it has my name on it and stuff. Okay, you get it. But they also send me how to form a nonprofit corporation. I've kind of read this book. It's very textbooky. I recommend watching things on YouTube. So there's a bunch of different forms that you're gonna have to fill out when you become incorporated. The most important being an E-990 and filing with the Secretary of State, and those are two separate forms. There's also a bunch of other stuff that you can do. We just recently became officially trademarked. Trademarking is not necessarily something that you have to do, but if you don't want anyone else using your name or your images or anything like that, then you have to basically get trademarked. We've had a bunch of issues with a lot of people trying to pretend to be PWAP and they're not. I have national chapters as well, so that's why I did it, to make sure that they stay safe. But that's pretty much it. That was my beginning journey of how I started my organization and how PWAP became what it is today. We're definitely bigger, we're definitely better. I know so much more than I did 7.5 years ago when I first got started. Sorry that I didn't make a video last week. I was traveling back down to Georgia, which was a 14-hour drive there and back again. We also did a hospital visit while I was there. It was wonderful because I love Choa and I love Eggleston and I love the Child Life Festival. It's the best. Now, without further ado, I figured I should show you some video of what we've done over the last couple of months. So if you want to watch, here we go.